attorney.
Okay, welcome back. Oh, yeah, well, it shows that. Thank you, Jesso Symphogear. Good show, go watch it. Also, Animito, good reactor. Go check him out. Yeah, welcome back. This time I think, I'm not sure how I want to do this. I was thinking about it and I was wondering if, I should just literally check behind every possible rock and every nook and cranny. And if I do that, I probably shouldn't bore you guys with showing all of it. So I would probably just skip until I find something or see something new. That is certainly an idea. Let me just check. I am recording. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Hello, Discord. Yeah, that is certainly a possibility because that one time in Roland in the very early game, it took me already ages to find anything. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it like 30 minutes or something and just try to look for anything, and if I don't see anything, I'll just cut to wherever I wound it up finding myself at. So yeah, cut to whenever something new happens or I give up. Cool. Yeah. I did come back here to check. I was basically going around like literally every corner, hugging every bit of furniture and whatnot, like everywhere like this. And well, I think we found it. Yeah. That didn't take that long. Yeah, like 7-8 minutes. Okay, well, I mean, saved you a little bit of time, I guess. Found a package wrapped in oiled paper, huh? Inside was the herb woodpecker, herb? Yeah, woodpecker. Cool. Did that update this? Yeah. Found the herbe woodpecker at the Elmo Hot Springs. Yes, sir. And what does it say? I would assume it's here. No. Where would it be? I mean, obviously not there. Not there either. Huh. I don't think I went past it anywhere. Yeah, it's none of those. Where would it be? I don't think it would be here either. Yeah, no. Books? Ah, the herbe woodpecker. There we go. Okay, it's in books. Cool. A book found inside the stone lantern in the pond at Elmo Village from the Zeiss Central Factory Material Archives. Right, because we were doing a book quest. Obviously, it's in books. Okay, sure. Let me just take a sip of my tea before. Need to warm up the good old throat. A bird of legend, right, woodpecker. Yeah. The Herbe Scenic Route is a road lined with beautiful groves of slender trees on each side of its cobbled path. A notable sight frequently appearing in ancient royal court literature. It is thought by researchers that the scenery which knights once laid eyes on was far more spectacular than that which is seen today. Yeah, there's always in in these games, there's always the admiration for the past or the ancient civilization, and yeah, sure. But, you know, also romantic literature. Sadly, those vivid colors appearing in days of yore have long since been lost. Yeah, this idea also goes very well with the whole steampunk aesthetic. So much rustic and metal and, you know, brown, yellow, golden colors here. Those awe-inspiring hues of which are written in poem and song refer to the plumage of a single bird. Its name, the Urbe woodpecker. Presently, it is exceptionally rare to catch a glimpse of this brilliant azure bird. Ooh, very blue, huh? Sure. In fact, its extinction has even been suggested on more than a few occasions. Sure. I'm just thinking back on all the bird monsters we've fought. I don't think any of them were particularly blue apart from those penguins in the limestone cave. In an interesting light, traditional songs sung by the knights of times past make frequent mention of these birds as being a common sight. Yeah, blue, beautiful birds flying in the sky are usually a sign of peace or harmony, you know. It undoubtedly seems as though there used to exist an incomparably large population of these woodpeckers in contrast with their meager numbers in recent times. This brings us to the pivotal question of what fate exactly befell these birds over the course of the last several hundred years? So was it 1200 years ago, ish? When the last civilization collapsed or something, then there was mention of dragons, and now these birds too. Very curious to learn more about this lore. I don't think we have enough knowledge, except, you know, artifacts, some great war, you know, or maybe a natural calamity. Who knows? A peculiar mode of life, okay? Although the herb woodpecker is in fact a woodpecker, it does not peck holes in the trunks of trees. The reason being, it cannot. Oh, okay. In general, woodpeckers use their beaks to bore holes in the boles of trees for nesting. Okay, but for the herb woodpecker, this is an impossible task. Why? Do tell me. Consequently, they figured out another way to deal with this problem. Even if they do not bore the hole themselves, there are many other nesting holes for them to choose from. That's right, they will usurp a nesting hole made by another species of woodpecker. Ooh, we're approaching what's the bird? It's the cuckoo, right? The one that replaces or lays eggs on another bird's nesting and then makes the other bird species, you know, nurture them, hatch them. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. There's something there. Is it just natural evolution that this died out, or because they because they don't do things other birds do, or I guess we'll see. The herb woodpecker, with a beak perfect for catching insects and its clever ploy of stealing a fellow's nesting hole, was believed to have the traits that would allow it to prosper indefinitely. Yeah. So what happened? Invasion by an invasive species. Oh. A sudden change occurred when a new, larger species of woodpecker came to live in the forests inhabited by the herb woodpecker. This larger species had managed to migrate by way of boat from its distant native land. Yeah, that would do it. That would do it. As nautical technology developed and trade began to flourish, the coming and going of marine vessels became increasingly dynamic. However, those which traveled on these by boats and ships were not always human. Yeah. Blending in with various freight and cargo, these creatures from other lands managed to come ashore one after another. With the introduction of this larger species of woodpecker, those smaller species which were once endemic to Liberal gradually left the urban forest in search of new habitats. Oh, yeah, that's life. That we could also draw parallels with that to humans. You know, an invasion of some sorts happen, and conquerors take the land of previous owners. Yeah. Life also became problematic for the urban woodpecker, as its nesting hole size differed greatly from the outsiders'. Yeah. Yet, despite these drawbacks, it continued to stay in the forest. Okay. Thinks it can survive? With the other small species of its habitat being driven out, finding another woodpecker's nesting hole became increasingly difficult. Yeah? If a nesting hole could not be found, the urban woodpecker, of course, could not reproduce either. Thus, chances for reproduction among its kind gradually decreased, and a long era of decline set in among them. Oh, funnily enough, what this made me think of is, despite the not having anything to do with nesting holes or that kind of side, this made me think of Japan and its declining birth rate. Oof. Levinus and their eventual downfall. The urban woodpecker, with its clever methodology of using the nesting holes of others, enjoyed a brief period of prosperity. However, having abandoned their ability to bore holes for themselves some millennia before, left them unable to cope with the abrupt changes in their environment. Yeah. Oof. On the other hand, those other species of woodpeckers, despite having been displaced by invasive species countless times, have continued to prosper today as they have in times past. Something about new technology is not always good. Okay. Like trust in the basic skills you have, Yeah, don't neglect practice, maybe. Okay, there are ideas there, yeah. There are many things which we ourselves can learn from these tiny birds, so if you should happen to see one of these azure rarities flying amongst the trees of the grove-bordered avenue on the urban scenic route, please remember the struggle they have been forced to endure. Oh, yeah. Be respectful to other cultures and their traumas of the past. I can see this kind of this last part here kind of being not propaganda, but kind of a inspired slogan that Liberal itself could use after the invasion of the empire. Urbe woodpecker Erebonian Empire. I see it. Okay, that was fun. Okay, cool. And I don't suppose we can go here yet. Yeah, still cleaning in process. Okay, well, that is that. I guess let's go turn it in and see if that changes anything, because technically we already completed the quest. Oh, I guess it's a new thing here. Okay. Yeah, right. Found the urban woodpecker at the Elmo Hot Springs. Yeah. Dun. Oh, of course I ran into one. You know what? Sure. Get hooked. Oh, never mind. At least we are at 200. That really looked like 0 XP. Maybe I'm just blind. Okay, let me just... It feels off not having Joshua at full HP. I'll use another one, sure. Why not? And let's save here. Just so no silly things can happen or occur. Okay, let's go Fletchu, I think. He thinks... Yeah. I have your second book.
あら、何か進展はあった？
Oh, do I? Yeah.
バッチリ。
バッチリ。
本を持ってきたわよ。
確認をお願いします。
Handed over the Herbe Woodpecker. Yeah. And the Temp Librarian Plus completed.
あら、驚いた。
Yeah?
確かにこの本よ。よく見つけてくれたわね。
You will never understand, or you will never guess where we found it.
ざっとこんなものよ。
ざっとこんなものよ。Okay, Estelle.
正直な話、無理だと思ってたんだけど。
Thought it was gonna be a wild goose chase. It was. In Japanese, she said, I thought that it was gonna be impossible. I mean, technically it should have been. There's no reason why Estelle should have been able to figure that out. But, you know, or I guess, maybe. We can't say if she knew of the Alamo Hot Springs and thought of that, you know. It's a logical-ish step.
見つけちゃうなんて大したものだわ。これなら残りの仕事も安心して任せられるわね。
はい。
Nice voice acting there. Yeah, there's more seemingly.
残りの仕
事？他にもあるんですか？
Seemingly, yeah.
例の研究者が隠した本は全部で3冊あるのよ。
Oh, okay.
つまり残りはあと2冊ってことね。言ってなかったかしら。
You did not know.
全然初耳なんですけど。
あら、おかしいわね。まあでもいいじゃない。どうせ乗りかかった船なのよ。このまま最後までやっちゃいなさいな。
まあそれは別にいいんだけど。またあんな意味不明な文字とにらめっこかと思うと。ね
え。そういえばルーアンでもそんなことしてたよね。
Yep, we did have a certain was it Lupin? No? Yeah, maybe. Kaito X? Something like that.
あら、次の本のヒントには文字なんてないんだから。
Ooh, a pictograph maybe?
そうなの？
論より証拠。これを見てちょうだいな。
I like that Japanese saying. 論より証拠。No reasoning, only evidence. Something like that, yeah. Or evidence over reasoning, yeah. Oh, 4 pillars and X. Okay, in the middle of something big. Or 4-4.
なんていうか。
コメントのしようがないよね。
探してもらう本の名前は、ハーツ少年の冒険、ゲよ。
Yeah, ハーツ少年の冒険、ゲ。Yes, part 2.
はいはい。ハーツ少年の冒険、ゲね。
ゲ
上巻だけは資料室に残ってるから、続きはどこだって利用者がうるさいのよ。
Yeah, I read it and I was very immersed in it.
ま、せいぜい気合を入れて探してちょうだい。
I most certainly will.
それにしても、またまた難問だね。
これならまだ文字ばっかの方が簡単だったかも。まあ、どっちにしてもやるしかないんだけど。
Yeah, I guess.
それじゃ、あとは頑張ってくださいな。
頑張ってくださいな。
例によって、私はここで待ってるから。
Okay, okay.
では、行ってきます。
Sure.
じゃあ、頑張ってきますか。
Cool. Okay.
見たい資料があったら、どうぞ。
Okay.
じゃ、お願いした。
Yeah. Just that same one. No, not that. Here. So that's that. We can probably turn it in. Ah, they actually managed to do it in the text form, kinda. Okay. The wily old researcher hid 2 other books, it seems. First, let's see if we can find Hertz's Adventure 2. This time, the hint is a diagram. Okay. Obviously, there's something here that I haven't read. Oh my god. Did I really miss those on my first go through here? Oh my god, there's more books. No, these have to be new. Okay, we're gonna read those after we find Hertz's Adventure 2. I'm gonna save here in case they disappear. Next time I come back, just in case, but you know. Okay. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 4 over there. Okay. So, first thoughts is floor 4 in Zeiss Central Factory. Then Carnelia Towers, floor 4. Sanctheim Gate has a square-ish pillar type thing. Leiston Fortress I would imagine it to be quite square-ish. Limestone Cave, not really. 4 pillars, huh? Let's check floor 4 first. Actually, yeah, okay, that's office. Yeah, 2nd floor. Yeah, just making sure I don't activate anything while on my way there. Okay, floor 4. Anything here? Yeah, those tomatoes. Very acidic. Nothing popping up. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, nothing here. Okay, let's get out of here. This is a square-ish place. But no. Okay. I mean, that's kind of square-ish, but I don't think it's gonna be here. How does the landing port map look? Yeah, no. Don't think so. Don't think. I mean, let me check the church, maybe. No, I don't think so. I mean, the last book was in like outdoors, so it's very possible. Okay. Let me check the this building here. I don't think it's gonna be here, but you know, you never know. Okay, fair enough. What about in the lab itself? Nope. Upstairs here? Nope. Okay, fair enough. In that case... where do we want to check next? 4 pillars. I mean, if I think about pillars, the first thing that comes to mind is the Carnelia Tower. Carnelia, right? Yeah. I mean, sure, let's check its, I don't know, rooftop area? Or, you know. Somewhere around there. I don't think there's anything in Elmo Village that reminds me of squares. Oh, shiny palm. I don't want to use my specials for it right now. I think I would be able to defeat it using my specials or S breaks, but you know, don't want to. Big burb. Yeah, like there's many pillars and you know, those kinds of designs here. I'm not gonna fight you. I'm just gonna try to go through this peacefully, I think. Just quickly do a survey. Decidedly empty, huh? I think I needed to go this way. Yeah. And just through here. Very simple floor. And then I think it was still forward. Yeah. No? It was not. It was to the... Of course. Of course. Ouch. Please don't murder me. Thank you. Why? I think it was here? Yeah. Nothing in this middle pillar here. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Dodge all of them. Anything on the rooftop here. Because these are 4 pillars here. Or I guess there's more. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Nothing here. Seemingly. In before it is and I just missed it because I didn't, you know, literally hug walls. Like so. But I'm gonna say no, not here. And I'm gonna... No, I don't... Sure. Let me just load back here. It's gonna be faster. It's gonna be faster to do it like that. Rather than try to go down. Oh, I went the wrong way. Okay. And my next idea is literally, well, not like, well, maybe Leistern Fortress, but more like this way. Yeah. Maybe there is a place in the wilderness where there's like 4 pillars like that. But I would think it's on the southern road because those are much more, you know, wide. There is that one, like, not cavern, but inlet. No, inlet is for water-based areas. There's that one space on the southern road that had like an extra small hole. I don't know. Let me just check here again. I mean, I wouldn't think it's here. Nothing here reminds me. Let me just check the rooftop. Because that's where I would think it is, if anywhere here. Because it's the only square-ish place. You. No. Nothing. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be in... Yeah. Is there anything in Wolf Fort that could have been it? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Nothing there, nothing there. Nothing here. And we can't go through there. Okay. I mean, I don't think I should need to talk to any people if it's like hidden. But you never know. It's gonna be my last resort of doing this kind of stuff. Okay, no, I'm gonna check the Leysen Fortress still. Just in case, even though I haven't been, you know, ever let in there. I'm still gonna check it. And to the right. And then dodge all the monsters. Of course I don't dodge them. Run. Yeah, no, that was just a chest. Yeah. I mean, there are pillars here. But I don't think there's any 4-pillar formation. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Let me in. Surely it's here. Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. Not here. Okay. Let me load from the other place. Load. Yep. So, next spot we will try is... you know, let me do my next save here in the middle of the Zeiss. So I don't have to go back there every time. There you go. Let me try that one alcove, or whatever you would call it. Oh, of course, I run into an enemy. Don't need to fight. I think it was here, yeah, on this side. Right? Yeah, that right there. Let me check that place. And then after that, just do an overall scan of like these kinds of areas. Because I remember there being, you know, an amount of rock formations there, which could be considered to be pillars, you know? Aha! Found a package wrapped in oil paper. A Hertz's Adventure 2. There we go. There we go. Let's, I guess let's read it. Yeah? A book found near the strange stone pillar on Trat Plains Road from the Zydia. Okay, another 11 pages. Okay. Encounter with the Spectacled Genie, Part 2. Yep. Right, continuing right where we left off. Those magical spectacles must be capable of seeing the true nature of anyone who stands before them. After a fitful bout of shaking from excitement, but this time making sure to check that its own spectacles were aligned, the genie gazed down resolutely at young Hertz. There's no point in having a boy such as yourself hang on to such an invaluable item. In fact, it would be in your best interest to hand them over. Otherwise... it trailed off. I do wonder if Hertz's glasses are actually magical. Probably not. I think the moral of the story is something like I don't even know, but I'm sure there's some kind of moral regarding some kind of story regarding the spectacles themselves. But we'll see. I mean, it is a magical game, so maybe. But instead of elaborating on its threat, the genie simply extended its arms once more. Okay. This time, the genie picked up a boulder much larger than any normal person could lift. What the hell? And young Hertz and Midas watched as the massive rock disappeared into the fiery depths of its open mouth. What do you mean? What are you doing, genie? Causing the wind to stir as it clamped down its distant jaws with incredible force, the genie gulped down the large rock as if it had been a light snack. What are you doing, my man? And not a moment later, a hollow sound like something thrown into a deep well echoed in the depths of its belly. So, have I made myself clear? If you do not hand over those spectacles, it is you who will end up being my next sweet morsel. Yikes. Midas looked at young Hertz with a frightful gaze. Did you see the humongous mouth of these? It's the real deal, alright. It's just like the rumors say. Yeah, but that still leaves us with another problem, sighed young Hertz. Without my glasses, I can't continue my travels. Oof. Not being able to see while you're traveling, in a literal sense, and also in a, when you travel, your idea is to see sights, As young Hertz stood pondering his dilemma, another large boulder by his feet disappeared into the genie's voracious mouth, followed once again by the ominous hollow echo from beneath its sable garb. Yikes. But if he eats us, then we're both done for, argued Midas as he stood shivering with fright. Yeah, fair enough. Imagining the candy he had swallowed not minutes before. Ooh, good callback. I guess you're right, concluded young Hertz, and he stepped closer to the genie. All right, good sir, we'll give in to your demands. Being swallowed whole doesn't sound like much fun, he declared. And a wise choice you've made, boy, replied the genie. After taking a long look at young Hertz's face, the genie narrowed its eyes and a plethora of wrinkles crinkled about their corners. That's such a fun descriptor. Young Hertz said nothing as he unseated the pair of glasses from his nose and obediently placed them at the feet of the genie. Yeah, fair enough. So these are magical spectacles, the creature said in a voice quavering with excitement as it squatted down, its face drawing closer to where they lay in the sand. Impatiently, it tossed aside its own spectacles, and, after blindly searching by hand for the object of its fascination through the soft, granulated sand, it picked them up and placed them snugly atop its nose. Turns out they are the wrong prescription, and he still can't see. Oh, these are no less than magical spectacles indeed, it cried in a tremor of delight as it danced around, causing its robe to flutter. Oh, goddammit, I missed that page. Let me go back. Yeah, as it danced around, causing its robe to flutter about wildly. With these, I shall have nothing to fear. And with one last deafening screech, it disappeared just as suddenly as it had arrived. What the fuck was that, genie? What are we doing? We encountered a genie, gave it our glasses, and it just left. Okay, cool. The drifting echo of its voice faded, and the two boys once again stood alone on a sea of white sand. Midas scanned the area around them. It looks like he's really gone, he said, his voice weak with relief. Indeed, there was no sign as far as the eye could see of the black-robed figure. Feeling a pang of sympathy as he looked at the side of young Hertz's face, who, strangely enough, seemed to be amused about something, Midas began to rummage through his pocket, looking for a piece of candy to offer his friend as a token of solace over the loss of his trusty eyewear. Good guy. Walking up to the other boy, Midas held out the piece of candy, its silver wrapper half and on. Don't be disheartened, old friend. It's not like this is the last adventure we'll have. I think I'm going to be just fine, replied young Hertz. His voice was subdued, but the adventurer's eyes twinkled with laughter. Okay, what did you notice, Hertz? What did you notice? Because you seem to be having a moment there when Midas was looking at you. Curious. Or maybe you got the genie's spectacles and they work even better for you. I don't know. Then, as if harking back to some past event, he continued his thoughts aloud. Man, that genie must have been blinder than a bat with no eyes, he said in astonishment. Yeah, Midas stared at young Hertz uncomprehendingly until the other boy turned fully toward him, a grin splitting his face from ear to ear. Oh? Wait, let me guess before I read the rest. The genie accidentally took its own glasses back or something. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Then Midas saw it, and a smile of his own spread across his face. For there, resting on top of his friend's nose, was something which had grown familiar to him over the years. The genie never took the glasses. Oh my god, what did he take then? I guess his own, maybe, yeah. In the end, it seems like the poor fool managed to mistake his own glasses for mine. Young Hertz went on in a comical tone. There we go. This reminds me of the invisible clothes for the king idea. That old story, you know. So the ones you're wearing now are, Midas asked, though the silver rims of the glasses had already confirmed it. Yep, they're the ones, exact ones I put on this morning. With a happy air, young Hertz took the sugary treat from his friend and popped it into his mouth. Nice. However, this time, as the honeyed glaze of the candy balls they carried in their mouths melted away, both he and his friend made certain not to swallow them whole. Nice touch. Regarding the rocks, yeah. You know, Midas said as they walked along, even if there were such a thing as magical spectacles, I don't think they'd amount to anything in his position. Because, as you and I both know, he has a habit of losing them when things matter the most. The end. What a fun little story. Yeah, there's something about ideas of greed and, not being complacent or not being happy with what you have already. Being envious of others. Trying to strong arm your way through. Yeah. Curious. This story and the Airbay Woodpecker are kinda in opposition of each other. Here we survived through cleverness and doing our own thing. And in Airbay Woodpecker, it was also cleverness, but they tried to do trickery and, use others, and that's why they perished. Yeah. In both cases, if you're doing something foul or wrong, it probably won't end up well for you. That was fun. Okay, let's go turn this in. Don't attack me. Oh, let's say something. Found Hertz's adventure on the Trat Plains. Hey, yeah. Same researcher as before. Apparently hid another 2 books. Hopefully we can find them as easily as we did the last one. Yeah. We did at least this one. Okay. Back we go. Of course I ran into one. No time to fight you. Up we go to the second floor. Luckily, luckily it doesn't take too long to travel between areas because I have the turbo thing feature. Let me just check. Yeah, they are still here. Yeah, I'm gonna save here before I turn it in case they disappear afterwards.
あら
Ara?
もしかして本が見つかったの？
Mm-hmm.
むふふ。見つけてきたわよ。
I love that voice acting.
また確認をお願いします。
Mm-hmm. Handed over Hertz's adventure to you. And Temp Librarian plus 2 complete.
うん、確かにこの本よ。
Mm-hmm.
さあ、これでいよいよあと1冊ね。
Oh boy.
もう一息ね。それで次はどんな本を探せばいいの？
Yeah.
焦らなくともちゃんと教えてあげるわ。
Okay, okay.
最後に探してもらうのは31本の糸杉って本よ。
Ooh, 31本の糸杉。
で、これがその体質カード。毎度おなじみの意味不明な文章が書き綴られているわ。
Right.
ああ、丘に立つ31本の糸杉よ。鐘の音の長い余韻にまどろむ私に、別の世の中にある苦しみが軽く坂を転げる酒樽のように近づく。
Uh-huh.
これまた変な文章ね。
Yeah, let me take another look at it soon.
まあ、なんかもう慣れっこになっちゃったけど。
また謎々かな。
Mm-hmm.
もうこんなのはお手の物でしょ？
I guess it is, yeah.
さて、後の段取りはこれまでと一緒よ。
Sure.
完全制覇を目指して頑張ってちょうだいな。
完全制覇 complete conquering? Yeah, or
じゃあ、
something.
行ってくるね。
では失礼します。
失礼しました。
見たい資料があったじゃお願いしたほ。
Are the books still here? Yes, they are. Okay, I'm gonna hope that they are not books that update over time in the same locations. I'm gonna take that risk, I think. If they are and I missed some books, please let me know or something. I'll look it up afterwards through something. Okay, yeah, return to book. The last one, 2,000. Yeah. 250, 500, 1,000, 200,000. They always up, yeah, double. The last book, 31 cypress trees. Are you free? One. Cypress trees nestled atop this grassy hill. Okay. Afflictions of the far off lands. Draw nigh unto me like wine barrels. Tumbling lightly down a soft incline as I drift into reverie, enveloped with the resonance of the tolling bell. 3 FL and barrel. Grassy hill. Uh-huh. Sure. Yeah. Sure. Surely that makes sense. Grassy hills, huh? Grassy hills. I mean, do we just go back to the Trat Plains? That's the area where the 2 previous books have been. So, for some reason, this area came to my mind immediately. I don't think it's gonna be here, but, you know. Oh, I never read this. Prensel Ruin. Yeah. So something barrels. Or a barrel. I think we are looking for a barrel. Also, was this ship here last time? I forget. Maybe it was, yeah. I don't think I've updated the main story, so it should be. Okay. I think, is there anything that says FL or is short for FL? FL, Wolffort, FL, FLOW, yeah. Oh, Leisten Fortress. Well, that's LF, not FL. I mean, maybe. Urbe. Oh, Urbe. Royal Villa. Okay. So are these the Urbe forests? Maybe. Maybe. Or maybe it's inside Grand Cell. Any place with 3 barrels. I mean, my first instinct is to go to Leisten Fortress now that I noticed the LF, although it's FL here, so, Nestled atop this grassy hill, huh? I mean, grassy hills would be here on the southern side. Strat Plains Road. Oh, hello. Don't do that. Let me go check up on the actual Wolf Fort. Of course, I ran into that. Of course, it's in the middle of the road. No thank you, though. Any barrels here? Doesn't let me check those behind that place. Okay. These would be barrels, kinda. Yeah, okay, need to keep in mind that there are also these types of barrels. It's not just the metal rusted ones. Nestled atop a grassy hill, huh? Okay, well, I'm not getting anything from here, seemingly. I'm gonna go check Elmo Village itself next. Should I just check these areas? It's not giving me anything specific right away, which is curious. Or like I'm not getting any specific ideas when reading that hint. I think it's a good one. You know, not as simple as go to this place that we describe in this location. You know, it's an actual riddle. Let me take another look at it. You 31 or 3 or 1 cypress trees nestled atop this grassy hill. Afflictions of far off lands draw nigh unto me like wine barrels. Yeah, wine barrels would imply wooden barrels. Tumbling lightly down a soft incline as I drift into reverie, enveloped within the resonance of the tolling bell. Maybe it's in the opposite direction. This kind of makes me think of, wine barrels tumbling lightly down at a soft incline. That makes me think of not a literal wine barrel, but a waterfall. So that makes me think the very opposite place, the Erletten. Maybe. Of course. Good surprise attack. if I'm not finding anything in... Of course I ran into it. Goodbye. If I don't find anything at Elmo, I'm gonna do a quick save or quick load. So many enemies here. Fine. I will fight you. Bonk. Thank you. Here is an idea always, but probably not. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, let me just check Elmo Village. Because, you know, it does have hills here. Nothing there. Nothing in here. Or in that corner. Not letting me in there, and I don't think it's gonna let me in there either. Okay, I don't think it's gonna be in this village either. I mean, I'll check these places still, even though it's probably not gonna be here. That thing, you know. My good man Percy, what do you want to tell me? Where is it? Surely it's not in the same place. That would be ridiculous. Yeah, no. Okay, I'm thinking, let's quick load back there. This is after I had accepted the quest, right? No, I hadn't yet turned it in. There we go. Right, I didn't just say it. Okay, yeah. Cool. Let me save it here. I don't need to do that again. I guess I'm gonna try to go back to Erleton. That is my next idea. Although, maybe. Barrels here. No. Okay. There is the limestone cave too. But here, no. Yeah, no. Okay, back we go. Dodge that monster. Nice. Erleton, here I come. Whoa, not even close. No. Oh, thank you. Yeah, these. Maybe not. I mean, none of the others have been inside any buildings, you know. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Let me check the kitchen. Maybe it's in the kitchen area, you know. Imagine. Shop, you're selling it? No. Would have been funny though. Okay. Not here either. Ah. You good? What is next? (3FL). What does the 3FL mean? 3FL barrel, because those are, you know, that's also capitalized, so nestled, 3 nestled FL barrel. Enveloped, I don't know. Maybe I should NFL, no. National Football League. Aha! Need to travel to America. No. NFL. Alright. No. Nestled FL. 3FL. 3F. Oh. Third floor? 3FL? Third floor lab? Maybe? No? I thought I had something here. Of course, it's not that easy. I mean, it could have been. It could have been, but it wasn't meant to be. Okay, okay, fair enough. And not here either. Okay, back to the drawing board. Oh. Afflictions of far-off lands draw nigh unto me. I mean, that would make me think close to the border, you know, which would make me think Wolf Fort, but I didn't find anything there. Tumbling lightly down a soft incline. Reverie is like a meeting, right? What is a place for meetings? I mean, I think I talked to the important... No, I didn't talk to the important person in Wolford. Maybe I should have. I mean, the one place I haven't checked is Limestone Cave and Carnelia Tower. I haven't checked those. Check the rooftop just in case. I don't think it's gonna be here, but you know. Oh, there would have been a nice bait. Yeah, factory chief. What if I exchange right? I have these already though. I'm kinda stumped here. I don't know why my first thought was gonna be here, but clearly it's not. I mean, these are hilly areas, so, you know, that's why. What do you mean, game? This is a good riddle. It's not easily obvious, at least to me. Good riddle for my brain power. Am I just actually gonna check all the barrels? all the wine barrel-y barrels. Nothing from those, huh? Yeah, not here, back here either. Fair enough. So it's not there. Oh, there was... Yeah, okay. I mean, no. I don't know why I'm still searching inside places, because the other two have not been inside. I guess just to check, just to be thorough. Yeah, I'm really stumped on this one. Huh. And I'm slowly running out of time to record. Well, not really. You know, I don't want to make each recording session like 3 hours long, so I'd rather keep them roughly 1.5 hours or 1 hour 30 minutes. I don't know why I'm drawn to this area. Finally a tower, 3rd floor. Sure, let's check that as our last option here. Oh my god, of course. What? Wait, did I go past it already? No, it's in the next area. Nope. No barrels here of any sort, sure. Let's check floor 3. Anything here? Lots of bombs. Yeah, nothing on this floor either. Okay. And I don't think it's gonna be... Yeah, I don't think anything is gonna be in here. You know, the other two have also been outside, literally outside. Oh my god, I went the wrong way. Up. Dodge the bird. Not here, huh? I mean, what other landmarks-ish areas have I noticed in the map? Beyond the one alcove there, and well, I guess the hot springs were not really an obvious one, but the limestone. Back in the limestone cave at the very end there. Do I still go check that one? I mean, it's not screaming barrels or 31 or 3 or FL. It's not screaming wine at all. I don't know why it would be that. Am I still gonna go check it? I guess I am. I mean, what else am I gonna do? What else am I gonna do, huh? Oh boy, here we go. This is the last thing last thing we're gonna check. I should have checked it when I originally came through here, but whatever. Limestone cave it is. It was like left, right, left, right, left, right. Right, right, something like that. Nope. Don't want to fight any of you guys. Oh, I ended up in a different place. Also, I don't want to fight those yet. Even though I think I leveled up since last time, but you know. Right here. Left here. Nope. Right here also. Left here. Right here. And we're here. Okay. And it wasn't here. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, this place wasn't really screaming wine or barrels or grassy hills or 3 or F or L. Or cypress trees, for that matter. So I don't know what I was expecting, but it's good to have at least checked it. I think I'm gonna have to call it without finding it this time. And look for it in the next video. What a riddle. Nestled nigh unto reverie enveloped bell. B-E-R U-N I don't know, and Berun. Der B-E-R if we're going backwards, I don't know. Anything that starts with B-E-R. No, not really. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good hint. Yeah. Damn. I am officially stumped. Do I go check Wolffort again? Because it talks about borders. Sanctheim Gate is also a border to Grand Cell Airlet and is a border to Ruin. I have no idea. But it... Hello, this game. Weird. Oh, because I was moving my mouse, but also tried to move with a keyboard. Okay. Am I going to just brute force it, like I did with the second book? Or the first one? I don't know. Maybe. Let me just check this house. I don't think it's gonna be here, but you know. Like there are barrels here. You know. Grassy Hill is throwing me off. And again, this is inside a house, so why would it be here, literally? Annoys me that I'm not figuring it out, but I'm also really appreciating that the game is throwing me for a loop here. Clearly it's in the House of God. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I want to go past you. Ah, you. No. Hey, just please tell me. Trees. I don't know. I guess we're saving here, and next time I'll figure something out. I'll give it a good think, and if I don't figure anything out the next beginning of the video, then I'll just try to probably brute force it. Okay, yeah, cool. Let's leave it there. Oh boy. Okay, Patreon early access up to 2 weeks. Links down in the description. Cool. See ya.